Hi, everybody. Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days and 5 minutes on this Eastern Standard Time day here as we put the clocks an hour back. It's Sunday, the 5th of November. And tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show, which is at 7:35 p.m., we're going to be talking about pretty much a wash, rinse, repeat type of fast flow pattern for this week, which means weather systems are just moving along and we don't see any big storms on the horizon. So we'll have a look at the week ahead in the long range tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show at 7:35 p.m. Eastern Time. And as far as the rest of today goes, we've got some pretty nice weather. We had some clouds around yesterday, intermixed with sunshine. We've got some patchy clouds rolling through today, but it's less in the way of cloud cover as this milder air kind of overtakes the eastern part of the United States to an extent. It's not exceptionally mild, but it's certainly as nice to see temperatures in the 60s. Got much of the eastern and southern U.S. in sunshine today. We've got a little bit of storminess that's moving up through parts of the northern plains, and as well as energy that's coming in to the Pacific Northwest. And everything just seems to be moving in this sort of I've been describing it as a gentle west to east type pattern. Systems move along. The Gulf of Mexico is closed off, so we don't see Gulf moisture coming into the United States. The Atlantic is closed off, so we don't see Atlantic moisture coming into the United States. And that really is going to be the story for this week. And if you look at what's on the radar, you have to just kind of follow along these impulses that are moving across the northern tier. One in the western Great Lakes, much of what's there is aloft. We've got some precipitation in parts of Montana and into the North Dakota and also down into parts of Wyoming. Then another break, and then we got uh, another round of rain coming in to the Pacific Northwest, which has been the case for much of this past week. As far as rainfall amounts are concerned for this week, we're talking about a quarter of an inch or less. In much of the Northeast, a few patches of a half an inch here and there, and then the amounts tail off some more as you head down the coastal plain, northern and central Florida. No rain for the next 7 days. Then you've got this half to three-quarter inch band that runs down the Appalachians and west across the lower Ohio Valley, and then southwest from there into East Texas, and several inches of rain possible in the next week in the Pacific Northwest from northern western California northward up to westernmost Washington. And with regards to snowfall, not a whole heck of a lot going on here either. A little bit of snow chances in northern Maine. We're showing you the probability of at least two. I mean, you have to really go all the way up to the Canadian border to get into the 40 to 50% range. The eastern part of the United States pretty much not seeing any snow at all. Everybody east of the Rockies, and then the northern Rockies and parts of the Pacific Northwest, and even down into some of the mountains in California, showing some probabilities for some snow over the next 3 days. So it's really all about weather systems moving across the United States, right along the or near the Canadian border. Here's one for tonight and Monday through the northern plains. Of course, in the east, it's nothing but high pressure to the north. That's going to lower temperatures just a little bit tomorrow. I think we'll still make it into the 60s though. And then on Tuesday, we have a weak weather front coming through. Maybe there's a shower Monday night into Tuesday morning until that front clears. We get a shot of chillier air for Tuesday night and Wednesday with another high going by to our north. But that doesn't stick around long because here comes a low out of Kansas that heads to Great Lakes. And there's a warm front that might produce a shower here. Wednesday looks like a pretty decent day. And then on Thursday, Wednesday night into Thursday, maybe a shower with the warm front, maybe a shower with the cold front later in the day, and then it turns dry and a little colder for Friday and going into next weekend, which right now it looks like it's going to be a dry weekend. And as you notice in this loop of the next 8 or 9 days, I mean, there's just no big low pressure areas anywhere across the U.S. It's just that kind of pattern. And I suspect that we're probably going to be quiet like this for the first half of the month. Maybe things change for the second half. It's unusual for us to go an entire month with a pattern like this. But at least for now, we're in a calm, everything just sort of quietly moves along type pattern that's going to last for a bit. We'll review all this tonight and see if we've got anything new on some of the other models on the Joe and Joe Weather Show, 7:35 p.m. Eastern Time. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we hope to see you tonight.